Hi guys, my name is Shayla if you don't know me in real life, and this is a coming out video. This is kind of terrifying. um, So, if you saw the other video that I posted at the same time as this one, my boyfriend of 3 years and I are breaking up. Well, I guess we just broke up, but we're still living together for a few days anyway. But thing is, nothing happened. Like, there was no big fight or dramatic thing or like there was nothing that was like, boom, things have gone bad, we're breaking up for good. What happened was that I'm a lesbian. So I realized that I'm gay. I cannot be happy in a relationship with a man, even Matt, for the rest of my life, or for, like, I cannot marry a man and have children with him, which those are both things that I want in life in general, marriage and children, because that's just the type of person I am, I guess. But like, I cannot be happy with the future that I want, or with the current life that should make me happy if it's with a man. I can be in the perfect situation with a great guy and it will never feel quite right. And the only reason, like, there doesn't have to be anything else. I'll never be as happy as I should be. I'll never feel quite what you should feel if I'm with the guy just because he's a man. I'm supposed to be with a woman. That's all. And I guess I think to some extent I've known that since I was like 7 years old. My first crushes were on girls. My first kisses were with girls, and I didn't count them because it was like, oh, it's girls, like, that doesn't count, right? But I also didn't count my first kiss with a boy because I hated it. Which, like, who doesn't have that experience? But it took my whole childhood and all through high school, which I was kind of bullied during both of those times for like being suspected of being into girls. Like, I always fought it really hard. I was like, no way. But people just wouldn't let it go. It's probably because I fought it so hard, but I fought it so hard because it was true. And like, if it's something they're making fun of and it's true, like, you have to shut that down so you don't get pushed out of your friend group, or that's how it seems to you when you're a little kid or a high schooler, or sometimes even beyond then. But that's why I didn't really come to terms with it when I was younger. And then this past year, I spent most of the year 2017 in Juneau, Alaska. I have family there. I love it there. I would I would live there if it weren't for the school options. There's not a program for what I want to do now, but I love spending time there with my family. Yeah, we're getting off topic. Yeah, so I spent most of last year in Alaska, and Matt and I had broken up for some of that time. We were still talking kind of every day, but I started, like, I wasn't seeing anyone, or like I didn't like anyone. I started coming to terms more with the fact that I am a lot more into women than I wanted to admit before. But the thing is, when Matt and I had broken up, then it wasn't really in the best way possible, and I missed him a lot. Like, I love him a lot. Actually, I mean, I think I explain it better in a little video that I recorded a couple days ago. So, I've been identifying as bisexual for a while, sort of begrudgingly, starting in high school, but I thought, like, oh, you know, I'm mostly straight. Well, I didn't think that, but, you know, I kind of tried to convince myself of that, and it's what I told people. Anyway, so a few months ago, I was separated from my boyfriend, who I'm still with him now. We've been together 3 years at this point, and I really love him. He's my best friend, and being broken up hurt just so much that it wasn't getting better. I didn't want to continue being split up. But yeah, when we were separated, I kind of came to terms with the fact that I'm really mostly gay. I like women. And, you know, that was okay, but I still miss my boyfriend so much. And I was in Alaska at the time, and now I'm back in California. I'm in our apartment. We're living together again. He's been incredibly supportive of me. He's been helping me financially because I've been having a hard time that way. And, you know, he's always supportive of the fact that I'm, like, he calls me pretty gay. Like, he thinks that I'm gonna eventually leave for a woman, which I don't think that I would just leave for someone else. But right now, I'm kind of wondering if I can stay in a relationship with a man for long term. 'Cause I don't think that I could love another man this much again. And as much as I love my boyfriend, like, I don't know, it's hard to, like, I really, like, I love him more than I've ever loved anyone else, with the exception of one person, but that was a different type of thing. Like, I didn't have a romantic relationship, or at least officially, with that other person. So, you know, they weren't like mine to feel anything like that about. So it's, you know, it's kind of different. You don't get attached in the same way. But I don't know, like, as much as everything's there, it's like there's something that's just not. It's just not there. And that's because he's not a woman. Like, that's the one thing that he can never do for me. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to handle it right now. And that was the point that I knew. And I knew I had to say something, and I actually said something the next day. Because once I knew, like, I couldn't keep it to myself. That wouldn't be fair. So it came out. Like me. But yeah, so when I was in Alaska, I was coming to terms with that more. And I actually got this necklace then. I ordered it, and it took forever to get there. It arrived like right before I came back to California, which was kind of funny because Matt and I ended up getting back together because, like, I really wanted to be with him because being with him made me happy. He's my best friend, and like, there's not many times in your life that you love someone that deeply, but it just was not the kind of love that I should be feeling, like, according to my own sense of self, I guess, and my own judgment. Like, it's just not right. Like, it's not what I'm supposed to feel for my life partner, my romantic partner. It doesn't make it any less meaningful. It just makes it something else. Like, it's not the same thing. I don't feel for men what I do for women, like, in any way. And it's just like, no matter how much I love the person, it's not going to be the same thing. But yeah, so before we got back together, I was kind of really accepting it more, and I, like, got this little double female symbol necklace. And it was kind of like thinking of a plan for my life that had nothing to do with Matt and all of that, but it hurt too much, like, to be away from him. So we're back together, and I'm really glad I came back. I'm really glad that we've spent these last few months together again, and I'm really glad that we're separating on terms where we can still be friends. Like, it might be weird, it might be kind of hard sometimes, but, like, we're we're still friends. So I care about him a lot, and he cares about me a lot. And like he understands that this is just the way I am, and there's not really anything I can do about it. And like, sure, I could choose to stay with a man, whether it's him or someone else, for my whole life and have a family with them and all of that, and be like, okay, yeah, this is okay. But that's not fair to me, because I'm never gonna be as happy that way as I should, and I'm never gonna really be myself that way. And it's not fair to the guy I'm with, because like, everyone deserves a partner who feels everything for them that you'd want a partner to feel for you. You know, like, I don't know, you want your partner to have that spark, which is kind of like, what is that? But like, I don't know, if you felt it, then you know what it is, and it just doesn't need to be explained. And I have felt that, but only for women. What I have with like my love for Matt is something different. Like, it's deep, and I care about him a lot, and I'm always gonna care about him, and like, I'm always going to consider myself his friend. It's not less, it's just, it doesn't, that spark's not there. It's not the same thing. And, you know, like, you want your partner to have that for you. And you want to have that feeling for your partner if you're going to stay with them for like the rest of your life. We've been happy together, and still that feeling of like, I'm supposed to be with a woman and something is not quite right. Like, no matter what, like, there's nothing that can fix what's missing for me in this relationship. And I cannot get what I'm missing here. Like, that feeling did not go away. I tried to push it down. I tried to reason it away. I tried to fix it. But the thing is, I can't. Like, no one can do that, because it's not really a problem. It's just that, like, this isn't who I am. Like, I can't lie to myself anymore, and I can't get around it, and I can't just ignore it and keep it to myself anymore. It's just, I can't. Like, I've gotten to that point where there's not really another option. Like, if I want to be happy, and I want the people I care about to be happy with me, I have to be honest now. Sounds really dramatic, but I mean, I guess it kind of is serious. Like, that's something about myself, I guess, fairly big thing about myself, and like with how things are right now. And that's something about myself that I've been shoving down and kind of hating and fighting against and trying to change for my whole life up to now. Yeah, so well, so now that I'm telling people, I'm relieved. I'm sad that I'm not gonna have Matt around anymore, that I'm not gonna be around him. And, you know, I'm gonna miss him. And I'm kind of sad that that relationship isn't something that I can be happy in. Like, really as happy as I could be. But with that said, I'm relieved. Like, coming to terms with that and starting to be honest with myself and with the people I care about, I'm relieved, and that's how you know that something's right. I think, anyway. Like, if you are losing something and you're happy because of what you're gaining or the freedom that you're getting, that means it's worth it. That means you're doing something right and it was the right decision. And that's how I feel. I can't believe that I'm talking to my camera and like confessing this right now, because I've pushed it down so much for so long. Like my whole life so far. And because it's just crazy that I can actually just be honest about it now. Like wait, I can just be myself and be honest and accept that. Like, accept things about me that I've been afraid to, and just, that's okay. Like, I don't know why that seems so crazy, but like, I don't know, I'm happy and I feel free. It's weird. Yeah, and I am going to miss Matt, but I'm so, I don't know, relieved, I guess, that I'm, like, I can live the rest of my life as myself, like, without fighting any major part of who I am, without trying to be someone I'm not, or a different version of myself that's never going to really exist. Like, I can just live my life as who I am and have the life that I want, that I've always desired, that I've always craved. I'm actually like almost happy crying right now. I always thought people were like faking it when they get emotional in videos, and they're like, I didn't think this was gonna happen, but I actually did not think this was gonna happen. I'm not like a happy crier or an almost happy crier. I guess this is just kind of hitting me more now that I'm talking to the camera about it, that my life is actually mine now. Yeah, so I'm a lesbian. I'm okay with it, finally. I hope you, I don't know, I hope you got something from this video. I hope it answered some questions if you know me in real life, or if you know Matt. And I hope if you've never met me, or you know, you just found this on YouTube, that it helps you somehow. And I will be making more LGBT related videos and posting them to this channel. So subscribe if you want to see those. I also I'm working on art, like painting videos, and I'm gonna do makeup occasional vlogs more for like special occasion things. Yeah, kind of all over the place, but yeah. If you want to see more videos related to things like this, then subscribe. I hope this helped you. Thank you for watching. I guess people are actually gonna see this now. It's okay. Alright, but honestly, I'm proud of myself. Maybe not for how I handled certain aspects of realizing this and telling Matt and things like that, but overall, like, hey, I got here. Like, I finally get to live my life I mean, how it's meant to be. So that's pretty cool. All right, bye.